Live from the Texas Cheerlickers Studios, it's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
I believe that's all, folks. I don't know. 6-7-1. You got two teams in the NFC West that are 11-3. You got the Bears that are 10-3. The Packers are 9-4-1. Detroit got beat today, but they're in the hunt. You know, I didn't even mention what the NFC. Who am I missing? The South.
I mean, yeah, it's a gauntlet in NFC.
Yeah, NFC South. You got to worry about them. I just can't see it. Cowboys lose. What was the line, Buki?
5.5.
Who was favored?
Cowboys were favored. Cowboys.
Did you put some money on the Vikings?
I did indeed, actually. Yeah.
You did? You had a good weekend then.
Yeah. Well, if we're being transparent, Rudy, my weekend is marred with what ifs because I am one of the few people that bet Phillip Rivers, and I bet the money line. I had believed in miracles. I believed in miracles. Michael Anthony, hello. Can we hear you?
Wow.
Okay, here we go. We hear you. Oh, and now we don't hear you anymore.
Yeah. No, don't hear him. Well, it's the Cowboys post-game show.
You're in underwater.
Mike, I think your Wi-Fi is messed up. Can you hit your set of the Wi-Fi? All your technicals sound good, but I think it's the Wi-Fi. Good luck. Go ahead, Rudy. The Cowboys game.
It's the Cowboys post-game show brought to you by Legacy Pools. Shout out to Legacy Pools. I need to check in with Jorge. Jorge had them come by his crib sometime this past week, and around 3 o'clock, I want to say Thursday. So get to Legacy Pools. Oh, where do we start? Look, if Texans fans already in here, whatever. No, Mike's not in Hawaii. Mike's back, but Mike's having some technical issues.
He's dusting off the cobwebs of his
he's dusting off the cobwebs. Oh gosh, man. You know, this is why when you say, oh, well, you know, you look at the rest of the schedule and you say, oh, these guys could go win out. It never happens. It never happens. So I don't know. Let's see if we got.
Am I dusting off cobwebs?
What?
Can
you sound you sound good now.
No, you're fine now.
Yeah, because I'm not using the mic because we don't connect on time, and so when we have issues, we don't get on. Hi.
What do you mean? I thought the game was still on. My TV's not in here where I do the show, so it was a close game, so I was watching to the end of the game so we could do a post-game show.
Well, here we are. We're doing it. Hello. We're going to do it this way. I don't know how it sounds, but we're going to do it like this.
You sound fine. I don't see.
Good.
Yeah, you sound great.
Good.
What did you think of the game, Michael Anthony?
What did I think of the game? I thought that the Cowboys had the same problems they've had all season. They have the worst secondary of all time. It puts too much pressure on the front seven, way too much pressure on the offense. And they let J.J. McCarthy look like Fran Tarkenton, and now they're got a 1% chance to make the playoffs. That's what I thought.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Well, Philly's not going to lose 3 times in a row, and Dallas isn't going to win the next 3 games. They're not good enough to win 3 games in a row.
Who they got left? Chargers, Giants, Commanders,
Sunday, and then the Commanders and Giants. They're liable to go 1-2, especially now with this. Now that they've lost this game, these guys they'll drive home. They're in that locker room right now, and they'll drive home tonight knowing that they're not going to the playoffs. They know it's over. This is the management let the offense down by fielding the worst defense they've ever fielded for the first month of the season, and they get some reinforcements and pull off some trades. But they needed to make 7 trades at the trade deadline. They need to go trade for safeties who are competent. They need to go trade for corners who can actually compete at all. They let AJ McCarthy. It's one thing to give. I'm not shocked they give up over 30 to the Lions, but Minnesota has not been any good at all on offense. At all.
No. JJ McCarthy's been terrible.
He's a borderline starter in the league. He's probably destined to be. He's going to turn into Marcus Mariota, somebody like that, who's just kind of a journeyman in and out of your starting lineup. And your Dallas Cowboys gave up 31 to him. And the offense wasn't as good because George Pickens has decided at the worst possible time to half-ass everything. And he got called out again tonight by Chris Collinsworth. And I don't know what they're saying on the postgame, but they probably are whipping him, and they're justified in doing so. So
yeah, he said Pickens should have 1,500 yards every year.
Yeah,
and I was like, ouch.
But he mails in half the season, and he's decided to do it at the worst possible time when they needed him the most. When CeeDee Lamb was out, and he knew he was the number one, he went out there and balled out. And the last 2 weeks, I don't know what happened, but and last week he went off on that rant, screaming at Richard Sherman, making excuses about how the coverage was too much. And you can't get on me because I'm being double covered. Well, what's the excuse tonight, Bubba? Because look, and Minnesota's got a solid defense. If Dallas could swap secondaries with Minnesota, Dallas should have at least 2 more wins. But the Cowboys have fielded a horrible secondary. So yeah, I'm mad at George Pickens. But it's just a franchise that was never going to go to the playoffs, Rudy, because this thing decided to field the worst secondary in the club's history. That's what.
It was 4 weeks there. I guess it just wasn't enough tape, obviously, yet. Because you add a new piece, you add Quentin Williams, you kind of try to see what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And it took a few weeks, and the tape got out there. And teams, this is the NFL. These coaches and coordinators break down film 24 hours a day, and it came to a screeching halt. It started with that Lions game, obviously, and then now you fast forward here to the Minnesota Vikings, and they found some things that they could exploit with this new defense that looked great for 4 weeks. You know what I mean? They were able to. They got that good win over the Philadelphia Eagles, and we're like, okay, maybe there's something here, but it seems like when you're facing hell, whether you tied the Packers, you lost to the Lions, you lost to the Vikings, lost to the Bears, you go 0-3-1 against the NFC North. I don't know what the hell that is, but there's obviously some holes. But yeah, the secondary is bad. But you show me a bad secondary, I show you a bad pass rush.
Yeah,
and they don't have the pass rush isn't really all that. And we knew that was going to take a back seat. They did the right thing by trading Micah Parsons. That was still the right thing. But for this season, Mike, you sacrifice your pass rush for the future, which I still agree with that trade. But it's an eyesore watching the pass rush sometimes.
Absolutely. And by the way, I'm glad you mentioned that. So the only thing that, as a Cowboy fan, the only thing that I can have any satisfaction in tonight, and it's not that the guy got hurt. It's just again.
I know what you mean.
Reason number one why you don't ever trade 2 first-round draft picks and a Pro Bowl nose tackle for one guy, because that guy may blow his knee out at any time. And Parsons blew his knee out today.
It is it. I know. See, I know they said Mahomes' torn ACL. Is Parsons probably the same? I just saw they just put knee up there. I didn't see that he was done, but I mean, we ain't got that much time left.
NBC does not have that.
Okay.
But I saw 2 things today that say it's ACL.
That's damn.
It does suck. And the Packers are my Super Bowl pick. And that
hurts.
That does hurt that. You know what my other Super Bowl pick is right now?
The Buffalo Bills. That looks great.
No, it's not even big. Right?
Oh, wait. Oh, did you change up on me? My bad.
No, I was saying last week. This is not my official pick. Let's wait till the playoffs start. But
that's fine.
Watch out for those Houston Texans. They look
great. You did last week. You did tell us that last week.
Yeah, they look great, and they're getting great at the right time. Just as Dallas gets horrible at the wrong time. And who's surprised by this? Is surprised.
No, the Texans, I'm surprised. Cowboys.
No. Who's surprised by Dallas? Are you surprised that when they have to have it, they get kicked around tonight by a team that's 3 or 4 games under 500?
I can't lie, Mike. I drank the Kool-Aid after the 4-game win streak. I drank the Kool-Aid, and I thought, well, because the offense is that good to me, and I thought the defense got 4 or 5 slots better. I drank the Kool-Aid. I ain't gonna lie. I thought they'd win this game tonight. So surprised, maybe not, but I definitely had. I mean, they were 5.5-point favorites tonight.
Yeah,
they're supposed to win this game at home, especially in a must win. I thought they'd win tonight, so I'm not surprised, but I definitely had them winning.
It depends on what drank the Kool-Aid means. Like, I raised my expectations.
I definitely raised my expectations.
Hope, but I'm still not surprised. So I may have drank the Kool-Aid knowing that the Kool-Aid might give me the squirts at some point. I fully knew the risk I was taking. It's like taking one of those prescription drugs you see on TV all the time, like Skyrizi or Blendisa or trying to include red ass, eyelids, your penis never works again, but hey, you'll have good looking skin for the next 2 years until you die.
Right.
That's what happens when you take the Cowboys medicine or drink their Kool-Aid. It might be that Kool-Aid that did people kill themselves at one time in
What was that, Charles Manson?
I think it was John Jones.
Jim Jones. Yeah, Jim Jones. You're right. Yeah, Jim Jones.
Who, by the way, Jim Jones makes this joke even funnier because we're not surprised that we wound up drinking poison Kool-Aid. Jim Jones, former dad, he was on that 92 Cowboys team when they beat Buffalo. Jimmy Jones, he was very good defensive tackle on that team. He was in the rotation. So we've had a Jimmy Jones on the team. And
wow.
Every time you drink that Kool-Aid, you don't know if it's going to taste good or if it's going to kill you. And the Cowboys are, I think, all but dead. What is it technically? Oh, there's a 1% chance that the Cowboys win their next 3 games and the Eagles lose their next 3. There's a 1% chance right now. Bouquet, don't take that. Do not take that action. You'll lose money.
he ain't that crazy.
All right, it is Cowboys postgame here on Love You Hard TV, presented by Legacy Pools of San Antonio, Texas. The Vikings have beaten your Cowboys 34-26. The first person that has a pool built with our guys at Legacy Pool of San Antonio, Rudy and I, and Bukit, I guess, we're all going to come to your house, and we're gonna help you initiate your pool by jumping in and checking it out. And I know it's not that cold, although it's kind of cold today in South Texas anyway. Get a free heater with a purchase. You buy a pool from my boys at Legacy Pools of San Antonio, you're getting your free heater thrown in. It's a small business. It's a Poodle San Antonio company. You deal directly with the owners throughout the whole process, not some salesperson, project manager, none of that junk that don't know what clients need. The owners themselves deal with you. All right, so the Cowboys do lose tonight. We have 2 new members that signed up tonight. I appreciate that. Tasha, 8710, is a new paid member. Maseto is a new paid member. So thank you, new paid members. Please become one. Shout outs to thee. If you'd like to donate to the cause, you certainly may do so tonight by jumping into the chat. And you can do what is called a super chat, which allows you to shoot us a tip like the official Russian oligarch of the show who's in here tonight. What's up, Rib? Welcome back, Mike. Cowboys lost, and it didn't bug me at all. They are what they are. Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not surprised at all. I'm sad that we won't have any playoff football involving Dallas, but I'm not mad because I picked them to go 6-11, Rudy. So, hell.
Can't hear you, Rudy.
Uh-oh. Now, Rudy, you popped out.
Now we can't hear you. Yeah, for whatever reason.
All right, thank you, Rib. And thanks for welcoming me home too. We're good. AOD's in here. We not dim boys. What are dim boys anymore? What does that even mean, Ayo? Like, what are dim boys? I have a daughter who will be 28 years old in March. Yes, and she's doing fine, Bouquet. Thanks for asking. I have my 27-year-old daughter was not alive the last time this thing played in the conference championship game. So when the dude in the chat goes, "We not dim boys," what are dim boys anymore? This team's never going to the Super Bowl again. What's the satisfactory to a Cowboy fan anymore? Just making the postseason?
Well, now I'm not making excuses for them, but the 2 years they had a decent team, they ran into the 49ers in their prime.
Yeah.
I mean, that you got to find a way to win. San Francisco found a way to win. You got to find a way to win. But the whole Weedham Boys thing, I think that was around the time with Zeke. That was around the time of the Packers. You know, so the Weedham Boys thing is some made up nonsense because of a song. It was a made up shit. The Cowboys stole Wiz Khalifa's song, even though Wiz Khalifa's a Steelers fan. The Cowboys took the song and made it theirs, but it was never about anything because it was just a wild card divisional round song. I don't know why that became a thing. That is a great question. What is Weedham Boys? I don't know what that is. It's some made up bullshit.
It ain't champs. If they just won one playoff game again, that's great. I'm excited. That's a satisfactory season for me anymore. It's like being a Cowboy fan is like being a TCU fan. Oh, okay. If we beat the shit out of USC in the Alamo Bowl next week, let's give Sonny another extension. I couldn't care less about Super Bowl with the Cowboys. I'll never make it my expectation again. It's just they have to go advance at least 2 rounds. I'm never going to expect greatness again.
And I think at this point, like at least under McCarthy, it was fun. Under McCarthy, the 3, 12, and 5 seasons, it was still fun to hate on them. I would ask the Cowboy haters in the chat and that are listening worldwide, is it still fun being a hater? Like, I don't know if it's even because there was a time it was fun for the haters, you know? Like, hey, you know, y'all go 12-5 and then boom, you get smacked in the divisional round. That's fun. Like, yeah, I told y'all got hype all year, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Like, I don't know if it's fun for the haters anymore.
No, it
shouldn't be.
There's not, you know, it's funny you say that because it's like, and I swear, like, we have a sponsor for next week's show. Legacy Pools of San Antonio is going to present next week. And if he wants to continue the partnership, the last 2 games of the season, that's great. Or if somebody else wants to jump in and help sponsor those post-game shows after the Giants and the Commanders, that's great. We'll do them. But if we don't get a sponsor for the last 2 games, I don't give a shit about watching the Dallas Cowboys play football. I don't care who they're playing. And if they're playing the Commanders and the Giants, they'll probably win both games. I don't care. I'm to that point where, like, cool, I care until you're out, and then I don't care anymore. I don't even think about them, Rudy. I really don't. I don't dream about them. I don't think about them during the day. I have to remind myself every Sunday, oh, shit, we had a post game tonight. Let me read the team. I am getting close to being indifferent again.
That's no good.
No, I know.
That's no bueno when you're indifferent.
You don't care.
Damn.
That ain't good.
No, man. You go into the half up, or you come out the half tied, then you come up and you go up 2017. I'm like, okay, it's going in the right direction. And then, JJ McCarthy, I think you called him Fran Tarkenton. He turns into Fran Tarkenton and starts throwing darts. I'm like, to wide open receivers. I'm just like, guys are just running free. DBs look frustrated. CD looks frustrated. Again, the O-line, you got old linemen out there acting like they're trying to get back on the field. They don't want to get back on the field. Pickens gets called out too. I guess, is he going to go on a Twitter rant against Collinsworth? This is bad.
Like a moron at this point if he did. He'd look like an idiot. Chris Silva's in the building. I just used PlayStation and listened to it on the radio. The game watching was boring. I think high school football in Texas is better than watching the Cowboys.
Hey.
You know, I was bored too during the game. I don't know why. I didn't care much. I wasn't into this game. It was not a highly level played game. But the Spurs and Thunder, that was highly played sports.
You know what, Mike? That's making it easier for the chat. I know we're a worldwide show, but obviously most of it is regional. And the Spurs doing what they did the other night makes this loss easier. It's crazy.
Sure. And that was high level basketball.
Very high level.
What we watched tonight was a team that's 6-1, that has its worst secondary it's ever had, that took on a team that was 5-8 with a rando quarterback that they, for some reason, think is going to be great, missing 4 offensive linemen. Because this kid is not very good, he has zero chemistry with Justin Jefferson, best damn wide receiver in football, who's being wasted now that you've decided to go with McCarthy. That's what we saw. And that's why every time we went to commercial, I found myself going to see what my lady was doing. Or I was keeping up with, I was more worried about Rob Reiner getting killed tonight than the Cowboy game. I was bored watching the game. Bored. By the way, Rob Reiner's dead.
I thought 2 people were found dead at his home, wasn't it?
Yeah, he and his wife were both found dead the night at their house.
Did they Romeo and Juliet?
I don't know.
Apparently, he was his kid.
The kid did it?
Yeah,
Man,
apparently so.
We just broke bouquet.
They went Menendez?
The son did it?
Apparently so, yes.
Wow.
Was this gunshot?
Probably.
Knife.
Oh.
Stab.
Wait, timeout. When he stabs one, how don't the other one? We'll talk about this tomorrow.
What are you gonna do?
We'll get into this tomorrow because that's crazy. Because my wife she tells me, "Hey, who's Rob Reiner?" And I'm like, And then I looked at the picture. I was like, "Oh, that guy." She was like, "Yeah, 2 people found dead in his home." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, him and the wife, dude. That's one of my dudes. We watched All in the Family weekly when I was a little bitty kid back in the day. And I've watched all of his movies he's directed. He was amazing in Wolf of Wall Street. He was great in Curb Your Enthusiasm, and he had a couple of cameos in there. And he's a Hall of Fame director. And that's bullshit. You live 78 years. So before your son to murder you and your wife at the same time, that's some bullshit. They should do this, son, save the California taxpayer, but they won't with the shit. So anyway, see how I just derailed the show by bringing this up? No one gives a shit about the Cowboys. Who cares? It's the Cowboys. This is what they do. It's who they are. It's what they do. It's December. It's only 49 degrees, and the Cowboys. These are things that I depend upon.
Yeah, I found myself scrolling a bit to the point my wife was like, "Are you watching the game?" I'm like, "Yeah." It could.
Oh, look at him. He's making
Get it out again, Rudy. Give us one more refresh.
What happened? Hit refresh.
Give us one more refresh. Yeah, I don't know. The podcast gods don't want us to go today because the Cowboys are so bad.
Is it Deron Bland in charge of our gear tonight?
It feels like it. I mean, is it Brandon Aubrey? Because he missed a kick tonight, too.
He missed 2.
Yeah. I'm not blaming Aubrey for the 58-yarder. You know what? I'm blaming Shoddy.
Why? What happened? Tell me. Explain.
He's gotten way too greedy with Brandon Aubrey. You just take the guy for granted. He's still a human being, and you're down 1. You're at midfield. Your defense sucks. You cannot afford to give the Vikings the ball at the 50 in the 4th quarter with 7 minutes to go with you already down by 1. Kick the damn thing, send them back down inside the 10, and maybe your defense comes up with a stop, and you're able to score a touchdown. Brian Schottenheimer gets a big fat goat tonight. Not in greatest of all time, goat as in I shit the bed. That kind of back in the day, y'all. Gen Xers, goats were guys that sucked.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The goat of the game.
Oh yeah. You're right. I remember that.
That was a bad call by Schott. Gotten too greedy with Aubrey. And by the way, at some point, Aubrey's going to do what all the kickers do. He's going to come back down to earth. He's going to lose it mentally, and we're going to have to find somebody else. Every time this happens, they get a really good kicker, and the guy loses his mind after about.
Who was that was missing extra points? And Jerry came down out the booth to talk to him.
Maher. Yeah.
Because remember, he was great.
He was great. Couldn't make extra points anymore. Remember that shit?
I was like, what's happening? Remember, he missed like 3 in the game they won.
Yeah.
Then they were coming out for Tom Brady's, swan song because, Dak and the boys beat him.
Right.
But in the warm-ups, he missed 3 kicks, and Jerry came down out of his suite and was like, bro, I will kill you. And he made him that game. But he was never the same.
Right.
That was the strangest thing. And I was like, man, is Aubrey getting the yips? But I'm not blaming Aubrey. This is not on Aubrey.
No.
Aubrey's not playing DB.
That's the other thing. You're at midfield. You're down 1. You're in the middle of the 4th quarter. Your defense is not playing good. You just don't assume Aubrey can make a 58-yarder. Okay, maybe it was a 43-yarder. Okay, cool. Let's just take the points. That's a 58-yarder. You just assume Aubrey's just going to make it no problem. That's on Brian Schottenheimer. I was screaming at the TV, no, punt, punt, punt. And dude misses. He's still the best in the league. They all miss on occasion. And I thought Shotty got too greedy tonight with Brandon.
You know what else is better than the Cowboys? Your new
that glass right there. What else?
That is your new setup. Looks good.
Thank you, sir. Am I in the building plaque? Yeah, thank you. I told you next Monday's show or the Sunday night post game, I won't look like I've been taken hostage and I'm in a room somewhere in the Palestinian forest.
Yeah, yeah, looks good. Looks good. We good. We in the building.
I apologize for not having the better sound, but these laptops are pretty fancy.
Sometimes they got a mind. Sometimes they just decide to be assholes.
Well, I think who knows? It's connector issues or whatever. We'll be back in the regular studio tomorrow anyway, so it's okay.
It's all good.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not upset. This is what happens. The Dallas Cowboys are a 500 franchise. They're just good enough to field a decent team because the gods have blessed them with good quarterback play for 20 years that they don't freaking deserve. And they never put enough talent around that quarterback. And then we wake up here in December. It's typical Dallas. This is what happened every year. This is what happened to Jason Garrett, except Dallas had the bad start. They rallied, but we're having the December that we're all used to. Because Dallas is never worth a shit in December. It doesn't matter who the coach is or the quarterback because their culture sucks. It's a franchise that doesn't have a championship gear mentally. And so we get to December, and this is what you see.
Well, and also, Mike, it's to that point where, in a post-game show, because this thing's gotten so bad, a post-game show is normally like, 3rd and 1, third quarter, you're down, blah, blah, blah. Second quarter, you blah, blah, blah. We talking culture. We're talking draft. If they draft an offensive player before the 7th round next year, I'm gonna scream.
Same.
Like it should be 6 defensive players. Now you might get them wrong. Like that happens. Everybody misses. Belichick is a horrible drafter, and before Jordan Hudson, he was the GOAT. But like we have to talk. We don't even get to break down the games because there's so much wrong culturally and roster wise. Mm-hmm. That it's like, okay, who gives a shit what happened in the third quarter, second down, the decisions you made, and blah blah blah. This blah blah blah. That's the nuances of the game become fodder because it's just you just watching the team. You're like, damn, everything's wrong. Everything is literally wrong. Sometimes, and some even if you want to talk about the play call, or the ins and outs of the game, some of the offensive play calls are a little weird. They couldn't have, Shotty didn't adjust when Minnesota started blitzing and went to cover 0. But what does all that matter when you just haven't, assembled the right roster and you clearly have, and, a guy that I was putting on here, re-sign Pickens. And then the last 2 weeks, Steeler Pickens has showed up. Last 2-3 weeks, the Steeler Pickens has showed up. So it's just so much wrong culturally that the ins and outs of the game are second fiddle.
Yeah, well, we have to come on here for 2 weeks in a row in the middle of a playoff hunt, and we got to talk about a wide receiver that happened 2 games in a row that turns into a culture. And it's not like we want to do that. I would love to break down the game. I would love to talk about key plays and decisions. Schottenheimer,
For what?
Not punt. But outside of that, what's the point? We're not going to the playoffs. Games are meaningless. And after tonight, as mentally weak as this franchise has been forever, after tonight, now that guys know they're not going to the playoffs, they're liable to completely crap the bed next week and let the Chargers curb stomp their ass.
Damn.
Wouldn't shock anyone.
Like floor noise, like, okay, well, that glass half full talk.
Mm-hmm.
Since Pickens has shown his true colors, I'll go to battle with Flournoy.
I would too.
That's just glass half full. I'm not saying he's George Pickens, but I don't know what George Pickens I'm getting week to week. Flournoy is playing balls to the wall 60 minutes, and he thinks he's Collinsworth said it during the broadcast. He thinks he's as good as CD and Pickens. So that's glass half. Again, I'm fine with the offense. Yes, every offensive coordinator has some bad series and some bad calls, and you should have went, you shouldn't have went. But I'm fine with the offense. I don't know how many picks they have this coming up year, but if it's 7, I want 7 defensive players.
Mm-hmm.
All 7.
Chris is in the building with a $2 super sticker. Thank you, dude. We'll take all the money you get. Shifter, YT is in the building with $1.99. Buki is the man. Is that a plant by you? Are you Shifter, Buki?
Buki Shifter. Buki is Shifter.
Yeah, I've got many bots out there, that make the numbers look good.
Yeah,
Buki put some money on the Vikings tonight, Mike. He put the Vikings to cover, so he won him some money tonight.
Nice work. That worked. It's funny. Like, we can't. We're going to mention culture when the best cover corner supposedly they have.
We haven't even talked about him.
They refuse to play him. Well, he's still inactive another week in a row. Trayvon Diggs. Even Collinsworth said tonight he's had a lot of things, dealing with a lot of stuff, and there's probably a lot of stuff that we don't know about. Even Collinsworth alluded to this. There's issues with him in the franchise. He is healthy, but at a must-win game, you're still not playing him. What the hell did he do? If he did something that bad, why is he on the sideline? Release him.
How much of an asshole do you have to be in a must-win game? You have $95 million and they refuse to play you. Like, how much of and again, Mike, you want to talk about not surprised. Mike and I were talking about this in July, August, and especially September. Like, yo, Trayvon he's a cancer in the locker room. Mm-hmm. Like, we've been talking about this. Now, that's something what's happening with Diggs. Now, that doesn't shock me at all. Some guys get paid and they turn into, gosh, Sam Rothstein. Remember, De Niro's character in Casino, like, hey man, we got a great gig going here. You're making a lot of money. Why are you doing talk shows and shit? What are you doing? Trayvon Diggs has turned into Sam Rothstein. You fucking this whole thing up. You got this woman you running around with and shit. Like, you fucking the whole thing up. Stop being Sam Rothstein. Like, $95 million, you just staring at him. And that and the product that's on the field, with that product that's on the field, they're refusing to play you. They'd rather JJ McCarthy look like Fran Tarkenton than play you. That is awful.
All right, just let me be the devil's advocate on that.
All right, let's do it.
If you're really ruthless and all that matters is winning, who cares what he's done? He's on your sideline. Get his ass in the. Are you trying to win or Bill Belichick pre-Jordan Hudson?
Pre-Jordan Hudson.
We'll just tell Diggs you're playing, bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
For next year when we release you, it's like whatever. I agree with you. He had to have done something. His relationship must be so horrible, where all that's on the line, they still won't play him. But that also says something about them too. They won't. Out of stubbornness, because you don't like a guy, even though he's the best guy you have in a position that you need, you don't play him because he's an asshole, but you let him stay on his. Again, it's not like Rudy and I want to talk culture every week. That's the problem.
I don't know, man. That situation is weird, man. Again, like, okay, you don't want the dead money, but then you're still not playing him. Okay,
Sure.
so if you're still paying him right now because you're like, hey, I ain't gonna just cut him. I'll be out 50 million, whatever the number is.
Yeah.
Okay, if that's the case, then Mike, just play him. You're paying him. He's showing up now. I might as well play him. I'm paying his ass.
Right. Send him home. Don't let him come to the games if it's that bad. But if it's not, where you allow him to be on the sideline, activate him. Play him. Are you trying to win? Well, it doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter now because they may be eliminated before they kick off next Sunday because of the Eagles. The Eagles play Saturday.
Okay.
If Philly wins Saturday, Dallas is eliminated. They may know the day before the Chargers game that they're out. And the Eagles are playing the Commanders. So they'll probably win anyway. So this is done. This is stupid. Oh, by the way, Silva is offering to buy a location spot for a tailgate if we go to the Texans-Colts game.
When is it?
I don't know. I'll buy an in-the-building tailgate spot in Houston.
Okay.
For the Texans-Colts game. Silva, email me, MikeTaylorShow@gmail.com.
Are we gonna get to see Phillip Rivers? I'll go anyway, but I'm just saying.
Tomorrow when he wakes up, you think that dude's gonna be sore?
Dude. But no, Mike, did you see how again, screw the cow. Did you see how shout out to Legacy Pools?
Shout out to Legacy Pools.
Did you see how bad Phillip Rivers was?
They were laughing on the post game.
Bro, and it's funny, the drama, and I'm not saying that he would be any better, but Cam Newton was literally pissed off at that. He was like, man, I'm 36. He's like, I'm offended.
Aikman was posted a picture of him on Instagram working out just in case someone calls him. Why did they bring him? You're not serious about winning. The Colts still have a playoff record. You're not serious.
What are y'all doing? Like, it's got to be like a Mike. I don't know, man. I could name 53rd string quarterbacks that are out there. Somebody from the USFL that's actually, jogged this year.
Right.
But Chris, email Mike, Chris. Let's figure that out.
That was awesome. See, and I don't know if you saw, but they had this split screen where they showed all. Phillip Rivers is a high school coach back in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So they had all the team gathered, and they were all watching the game. And Phil threw a touchdown pass today, even though they lost.
Yeah,
all the kids were just going ape shit. It was pretty.
That was a good scene. That was a cool scene.
Pretty cool. But again, what are we doing? Yes, it's a lot of mouths to feed.
He does.
And Rivers for saying yes. And he, by the way, he teared up in postgame because somebody asked him, even though you guys lost, for you to be playing at 40, whatever you are, 45, 44, after all these years being away, you must feel cool that you motivated. Like, there's a lot of people that see that and they're motivated by that. And he
good point. That's a good point.
How this is a motivator to his kids back in Alabama, his team, that no matter what the scenario is, if you just keep staying in shape and try hard and blah, 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 and take chances, blah, blah, blah. It was cool scene. I don't know what the Colts are doing. Well, I know that Shane Steichen knows the dude, but that don't mean you play him. Man,
I can't believe he played this week. I thought this was going to be a thing like, okay, they're going to actually let him get in somewhat shape over the next week or two and then run him out there. They ran him out there this week.
How many kids does he have? 10? I think it's 10.
I want to say 10. Some of them older, but I want to say 10.
Yeah. He's a grandpa. He's Peepaw. They call him Peepaw.
Is he the first grandfather to start an NFL game?
That's a good question. If he's maybe the second or the third, maybe.
Okay, Brett Favre with the grandpa.
Oh, okay.
Grandpa? Okay. God. So he was a grandfather sending people pictures of his schlong. Nice work, Grandpa. What a brutal day, man, in the league. I always say, show me the standings at the end of December and show me the teams with the best record, and I'm going to show you a team that has not had massive amounts of injuries. Yes, it comes down to great quarterback play, solid defense, good coaching, a lot of luck. So much of who's good and who's bad is absolutely simply predicated on how many guys are on IR. And today we lose Patrick Mahomes for the year. We lose Micah Parsons for the year. And I'm not going to dunk on Micah Parsons.
No. We don't want that.
Shit. The Cowboys lost Quinnen Williams tonight. That looked like a pretty bad concussion. I think he's So I'd call him
Javon. I think Williams. I know he finished the game, and props to him. He's hungry. He's trying to get a contract.
Yep.
But he don't look like he's after adrenaline fades off. I don't think Williams is going to be any good next week with that shoulder.
How's Christian Watson? The Packers lost 2 key guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough couple of weeks for team. And I think the Mahomes injury, Mike, just to further your point, that happens because their offensive line's in shambles, and he's having to do so much. I mean, eventually you're gonna get hurt. So yeah, it's a war of attrition.
Yeah,
who can get lucky? You got to get lucky to stay healthy in this violent game.
That's right. Yeah, we're gonna get to the point where you're gonna start seeing teams like bench their quarterback once or twice a year, especially when we go to the 18th game. Quarterbacks are not going to last 18 games. The odds of your quarterback missing games are 80-20.
Mike, if Philly wins Saturday,
they should not play Jalen again.
They shouldn't play Jalen again. And I definitely, if I'm the Cowboys, I might give Dak a half just to say he worked, just to say he came to work.
Just to protect him for next year?
Yeah, but I'm not for what? Why am I running? The only thing we have good going for us is on that side of the ball.
I know.
And again, I know they get paid enormous amount of money, and people pay for tickets and season tickets and stuff. I get all that, but as a fan now, you have to know this as a consumer that sometimes the stars aren't going to play, especially NBA. But we're talking NFL. I'd strongly consider not playing him much. For what?
Bouquet, is there a line on the Cowboys Chargers yet?
Ooh, I wouldn't think so.
Let me tell you right now.
Okay.
Like, did they release that? They probably released that before this game tonight. They probably are constantly updating lines.
Yeah, they do. It's crazy.
Like with now that Dallas has lost, see, that's the wild card. That is the intangible. Just knowing the Cowboys the way we do, I expect the Cowboys to play horrible next week after they get eliminated. So give me the
no
Chargers.
Line yet.
Well, whatever it's going to wind up being, give me the Chargers to cover and win. Because when it's done for Dallas, they go all the way done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about your gosh damn Sean Payton Broncos, Mike?
Somebody said he's pretty good. I think that was 12-2. They just took the Packers to the woodshed.
They did. Hey, shout out to the Broncos. Thank you, Broncos. Thank you, Rams.
Yeah,
Bears back at the top.
How about that? Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Chicago Bears.
Them lucky bastards.
Oh, Rib's back in here. Thank
you.
Here's another 20 to challenge these cheap $2 donations.
Damn, Rib.
Money shame people, but thank you, Rib.
Thank you, Rib.
I was about to start signing off, but I'm going to stick around if somebody's going to get money. Get 1 or 2 more donators.
Man, the Cowboys, man. First of all, football season goes so fast. I swear we were just talking week 1 in the Lightning game against the Eagles, and then here we are. But I feel awful for diehard. I feel awful for the guy that lives and dies with this shit still. Whew. And we know you and I both know plenty of them.
Yeah.
And this has got to, because again, man, we're talking about a stretch where we've seen the Bengals go to the Super Bowl. We've seen the Rams go to the Super Bowl twice. We've seen Philly win 2. You know what I mean? We've seen Tom Brady go to the Buccaneers and win 1. Like, you've seen some teams that should never make it to that pinnacle before you, when you have the resources and you have that brand. It's got to be brutal for the guy that lives and dies with it. I almost feel bad for him. I know I give him shit like, why are y'all sticking around? But man, another year down the drain, because this is over. It's over. Season over, man. Y'all might as well go watch some basketball, get ready for baseball or some shit, because this shit's over.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Ukraine, Russia's going to get that land back. Go ahead and get that.
No shit. That's a whole other show.
Land back.
That's a whole other show. You ain't lying. Man, damn you.
Those are diehard Cowboy fans are Ukrainians, still shooting at Russians. That's okay.
Let me know how that works out.
I'm 51. I can't waste any more days. And that's why, like I said, if Legacy Pools of San Antonio, who you should call for all your pool needs.
They went out to Jorge's this week, Mike. We got to check in with Jorge.
Got to get an update on that.
Yeah.
They will give you a free heater because maybe I'm not going to get a pool. It's wintertime. Shit, they're going to throw in a free heater. It is Legacy Pools of San Antonio. They will give you a free heater. This is a Poodle, San Antonio owned and operated company by a married couple. You will deal with them the whole time. You won't deal with some sales dude. Hi, I'm Mr. Sales Guy. You deal with the owners directly. That's how Poodle they are. They do amazing landscapes, not just pools, but like backyard scapes. The covered grotto or the badass like thing where you can put TVs up and watch.
The kitchen, the outdoor kitchen.
The kitchens, yes. Spas, jacuzzis, these kinds of things. They do them at Legacy Pools San Antonio. So they'll give you the free heaters if you call them. So appreciate Legacy Pools for bringing us the show. Chris gave us another $1. We'll take
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you, brother. Email Mike about that tailgate. That'd be fun.
Email me. I'm open to talking about that for sure. Because it's like the interest level in the Cowboys just went way down starting next week. It's unfortunate. And we'll do a post game next week. We have to. So I don't even know when that Houston game is he's talking about, but I have to do Cowboy post next. But after that, week 16, 17, 18, those last 2 weeks, I'm open right now. We got no sponsors, so I ain't doing these damn post games. No pinch of Cowboys. They don't deserve it. But again, I'm not mad. I'm getting
you shouldn't be.
Where it's like, meh, the Spurs are looking good. I'm looking forward to the NFL playoffs. The college football playoffs start next week. Shit, I'm good. Hell, the Winter Olympics are in a couple of months. I get fired up for the Olympics, So
I would think MJ's a Winter Olympics guy.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
I would think that's kind of his speed. I would think he'd like that. They got some cool shit at the Winter Olympics that I'm down with. Some of it I'm like, but some of it I like.
Snowboarding.
Yeah, for sure. How's he doing, by the way?
Better.
Good.
Better.
He's sleeping and stuff. He's figuring out his life.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And probably about 10 days or so, go back to the doctor and get it looked at. And there's a 90% chance they're going to take off. He's got a real huge, thick bandage. They'll probably take it off at that point. Then he'll have to do some physical therapy because he's going to have soreness for a while. But just looking forward to getting that damn bandage off because he hadn't slept very good in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Used to it a little bit, but not enough to have a good.
Yeah, I got you. Hell yeah.
Good to be home. Well, tomorrow we'll be in the major studio for In the Building. 10 a.m. start time. Plus a member.
We got some catching up to do. We got Rob Reiner. We got Spurs and Knicks Tuesday night. Tomorrow's show and the members. Tomorrow's show is going to be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'll look good. We'll be good, man. Doom 32x4. $5 on the way out the door.
Thank you.
R.I.P. Meathead and wife. Cowboys are out of my thoughts already. Punch Jerry Jones. The second round of the D-Bag tournament begins, right? Tomorrow?
No, it began Friday.
Okay.
It began Friday.
Okay, who won that matchup?
Who won, Boogie? Did Jordan win again? She won easily.
Jordan, yeah, over Micah.
That's all right. So we'll resume round 2.
Yeah.
By the way, I think I killed Selena's dad. We'll get into that tomorrow.
You did. You don't think. There's no think you did. Mike strikes again.
Wow. So all those things tomorrow. And probably poor little Cowboys talk because Rudy and I are bored to death with it.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, donated $2 for a new Buki hair pick. Cut for the pick. All right, we're done. Thank you, boys. Thank you, fellas. Legacy Pool, San Antonio. Thank you very much. Another Cowboys post game next Sunday after the Chargers game. We got In the Building in the morning at 10 a.m. Central Texas time. Night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.
We gotta keep on doing. You can.